to everybody out there in the world. Happy day of Jupiter to all of you, and welcome to Beyond the Veil with Adina. I am Adina, you guys' resident hostess and oracle medium woo lady around here, entertainer if you like. And I do all of those things around here on this channel. So if that's not your thing, I invite you to leave in peace, just as peacefully as you've come, so that you do not disturb my community or myself. And if that is your type of thing and you're friendly fire, please make yourself at home amongst my community. You are more than welcome. To all of my regular viewers, subscribers, busted babies, OG viewers, bush watchers, and everything in between. Happy Thursday. Happy day of Jupiter to all of you. Hello, pretty sissy. How are you doing this Thursday? And how is everyone else doing that is going to be joining me? Please, as you make your way into the live, let me know how you're doing. I I have had a day actually. I'm glad that you're doing well. Thank you for waiting on me. Hey Tisha, how you doing? I I'm actually not feeling well right now. I wanted to not do any lives at all, but I'm a woman of my word. So here I am. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a members live tonight as I actually planned on it. It depends on how long this live goes. Cuz I just don't feel that well. I am having blood pressure issues today. Yes. Everybody in my family, once they hit 40 or around 38 to 40, that the pressure start coming in, and it's a family issue. It's actually why I got into herbalism, so that I could try to heal us, because everybody, once they get around this age, we start having the pressure issues. And I was doing a consultation earlier. I had a headache all morning. But, I thought it was going to go away because I don't usually have headaches. And I was on the phone doing a consultation, and like I felt my nose was getting runny. So I just wiped it and it was bleeding. And that typically happens when my blood pressure is high. So coupled with the headache, I went and I have a blood pressure cuff here, from when my uncle was staying here, and I checked it. And the first time I checked it, it was 132 over 86, and then the second time it was 122 over 92, in the midst of my blood pressure being up. So when I first checked it and I saw it was up, because I was on the phone with my cousin who's in nursing school, and I was like, it's okay, I'm about to go to the store and get some hibiscus, because I have chamomile here, I have lavender, and I was going to make a tea, like a nice calming tea. But hibiscus is great for lowering blood pressure instantly. Instantly, you can lower your blood pressure with sipping on some hibiscus tea. So I was going to the market to, hey, Mama Fakid, I keep forgetting to send you your arrival date for your Gree, but it says March 2nd. Thank you. So I was going to get some hibiscus because it drops your blood pressure low. One of the things I learned in my herbalism studies in my course was herbalists have learned, traditionalists have learned to understand that plants communicate based on their appearance. Okay, JD, go get that money, honey. So things that are red are usually good for blood. Beets, great for blood, great for purifying blood. Hibiscus, great for lowering blood sugar. And it literally does it instantly. So I was going to get some, and I'm sitting at the red light, right? Now, I'm jittery, my head is hurting, and I'm not dizzy, but I feel like I would be better suited laying down, and my head is throbbing. I'm at the red light, and there's a gas station to the left of me, but you got to bust a U to get into it. That's the Shell station. The gas station in front of me is the Circle K. Over here, you have the airport, and then where I was is on two major highways. So I'm sitting there at the red light. It's a car in front of me, but I'm the second car in the turning lane. And I'm kind of zoning out, just staring ahead of me. And I noticed out of my peripheral, like something orange that doesn't look right in the Circle K parking lot. Bitch, why when I fixed my glaze, I saw a fire in the gas station parking lot, at the gas station, by the pumps, a fire. Mind you, when my eyes locked in on what it was, I was on the phone with my cousin, and when I noticed that it was flames, the first thing that I also noticed was a gust of wind come. As soon as I realized it was a fire, it's like the wind blew, and then the flames start blowing and growing towards the pumps. I'm on the phone with my cousin. I said, "Oh my God, Tally, it's a fucking fire!" She was like, "Where?" I sit at the gas station. Oh my God. I didn't see anybody in the parking lot. Mind you, the parking lot is full of cars. This gas station always has a lot of traffic. But I guess everybody was in the store. I didn't see nobody out there. I'm looking around. I don't see nobody else noticing this fire. So I was like, oh my God, Talia. Now I'm in my mind because I'm a little bit dramatic. In my mind, we're about to blow up. Okay. Because it's going to hit the gas tanks and the whole gas station is going to go up in one big Hiroshima nuclear flame. And I'm the second person in the turning lane and the light is red. And so I start panicking like, no, no, I need to get the fuck away from here because if it hits that flame and I'm behind this car and they don't and I can't be stuck in this. So I hung up on my cousin because she started trying to FaceTime me so that I could show her. And I bammed on the FaceTime, hopped on the 911, buster you across the median because bitch, I don't have time for this. I didn't have time for that car to sit in front of me and wait for the gas station to blow up. So I busted you over the median, honey, because I got to go. I'm going back that way, back the opposite direction. And I'm on the phone with 911. And I told them I told them about it. And by the time I got back to my house, because I live maybe less than a mile away from the gas station. So my first thought was keep going to my uncle's house because he lives a little bit down the street. But so I'm on the phone with the police and they're like, we're dispatching the fire department. We just got another call about the fire coming in now. So I was like, oh my God, I'm the first person who called. I just saved the world. That's what I took from the whole situation is that I need a Nobel Peace Prize because I risked my life to save the world from the Circle K catching on fire and blowing up. By the time I got home, I saw airplanes because I live by an airport. So I could tell they were probably either telling them to get in their the people in the private airport was either leaving the airport because they saw the fire and they didn't want that bitch to blow up and engulf their planes. But I know some of them were probably coming to drop water. I tried to record it for you guys when I got home, all the planes flying over my house to go to the gas station and the smoke. But honey, the whole time I was recording for 2 minutes and I wasn't recording until I hit end, but I really hit begin. So all I got was me setting my phone down. I was like, that whole time I wasn't even recording. Mind you, while all of this is happening, my blood pressure is through the roof. So my nerves are bad. I just saved the world. All I want to do now is lay down, and my sister calls me, talking about some. The girl's soccer bag is at the house, at your house. Can you bring it to me? And it's 5 o'clock, so traffic is nasty. I'm just getting home 20 minutes ago, and I said, while I still have the energy in my bones, let me go ahead and is anybody still here? I see my numbers dwindling. and I never know if the live is having an issue. So if you're still here, let me know, and then I'll just get on about the business that you guys came for. But that's how my day was, and it's been a lot. I still okay, you guys. I still feel a little bit weird, but I don't have a headache and my nose isn't bleeding, so I know my blood pressure has gone down. All right. So what we didn't get a chance to get to yesterday because of the hateration in this dancery, child, I was gonna pull a Jedi mind trick and not even talk about the 50 Cent situation and just talk about Mark Rubio because there is a message in that I think needs to be heard. And so I know you guys are excited for the tea, but there is something valuable that will be available to take away to you from here tonight with the Mark Rubio situation. So, 50 Cent versus everybody. Now, I decided that I wasn't going to talk about his situation with T.I. Instead, I wanted to talk about the women that he's beefing with, specifically Mama Tina knows. I don't want to call her Mama Tina because that's not my mom or my godmom, and I'm not a friend of the family. So Miss Tina knows, Solange, and Tiny. Hey Zach, I'm actually not anti 50 either, and that's just because I don't really get invested in stuff. So I really don't never know what's going on until it becomes a thing. I'm still, you know, you say you a gangster, but you know, so I still like that song. I still like that first album. I think it was the first album. I had it actually, and it was a few bops on there. So, and I actually admire the way he trolls. I think he's a Cancer, but I keep getting him confused with a Gemini because he trolls like my ex-husband used to troll, and I was always there for it. As a fellow Earth sign, air sign, my ex-husband used to troll the fuck out of everybody as a Gemini who used to let him get under their skin. And boy, did he. And I was always just sitting back, just king. I loved it. I'd be hyping them up, egging it on, child. Oh, we were a terror of two air signs, Gemini and Libra, and oh God. So I'm here for I keep saying he's a Gemini, but I don't think he is. But anyways, one by one, I'm going to look into the women that he's having a situation with. I don't really care about the situation with Ti because Ti was in it at first. This was all supposed to be a Jedi mind trick, according to Ti. Ti was saying we were supposed to hop online and kind of banter about the verses and kind of get everybody invested. It was supposed to be like PR, a little PR banter. But 50 Cent set Ti up. 50 Cent said, yeah. I'm with it, yeah. And took him through that, knocked his head between the washer and the dryer. And T.I. was like, wait, we were just supposed to be doing a little 1-2 to promote ourselves because T.I. had some music, obviously, in the stash to release after that battle. And, I think he was going to I don't know, child, but 50 Cent, I think, hit him with a 1-2, and 50 Cent never was going to actually meet you halfway in the rap battle. T.I., that's I just want to know what his angle was because if they were supposed to do this just to hype up a battle and 50 Cent decided to pull out at the last minute, what was his incentive then? Because T.I. can still promote whatever music he was going to promote after the rap battle, but what is 50 Cent getting ready to do? So, anyways, everybody's up in arms because he posted a picture of Tiny and then everybody was like, she's not ugly. But he didn't say that. And so I was like, now I get what he was inferring, But he didn't say that. Everybody else did. All he did was post the picture. Everybody else was like, hold on, she's actually a nice girl and you're being mean to her. For me, it was the everybody saying, oh, but Tiny's so sweet. Don't bully her like that. I was like, what? You know how they say, how the baby look? Oh, bless his little heart. That's what everybody was giving. And I was like, you guys are a hoot. You guys are unintentionally funny. And if that was 50 Cent's angle, then he is a fucking genius. If he just posted the picture knowing that everybody was going to rush to her side and he was going to let the shade speak for the defense, then he's a mastermind. And I'm going to say he had no idea. I'm going to say he didn't know. He didn't do it. He didn't think that far ahead of the game. But there it was. He posted a picture and then said maybe one or two words and said, see, I told you not to mess with me or something like that. And then everybody else was like, she's sweet, okay? And she's a really nice girl. And you're being really mean. She's not ugly. And I'm sitting back watching everything, just like with my fruit, like, who said that? he he let out a dog whistle and y'all took the bait. You know what made it worse for me, Miss Tina? Because Miss Tina, when he posted that unflattering, and everybody has an unflattering picture or two, but when he posted that unflattering picture and didn't say anything about how she looks, just put it there, the first thing you did was counter that with a picture of her with a fully beat face of makeup, hair freshly done. Looked like she just left the salon getting her hair done and a little beat. Talking about beautiful Miss Tina, you shouldn't have used a picture of her fully made up to counter that. You should have found a picture of her like a little bit more natural looking. That was more flattering. Because to counter it with a glam picture is almost saying, "Come on now, when she put on makeup, come on now, don't post the picture of her without the makeup. Post her when she cute, when she got her face on." Is what I was like, no, 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 I'm not ready. So I just wanted everybody to not say anything and let 50 Cent post that picture and everybody hush. Because I felt like that would be the only thing that didn't make it bad. Everybody just he had to post a picture and then everybody just hushed. The same way they hushed when he posted Solange, the same way they hushed when he posted Miss Tina. The moment he posts Tiny, everybody, hey, 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 now, come on now, hey, that you going below the belt now. You is going to hell. If I was Tiny, I was like, what y'all mean? That's the low blow. My picture is the hell of the insults. Cause I seen people in the comments was like 50 Cent taking it. That's a low blow. I was like, no, don't, no, y'all, don't egg it, don't feed it. Don't feed it. But y'all fed it. But y'all charitable asses. Okay. So I'm gonna start with Tiny and get the easy stuff out of the way because I would like to believe that that would hurt her feelings. If my face was the butt of a joke all the time, hey Samara, welcome back, honey bunny. If my face was the butt of a joke, you know what it reminded me of? Was it Hatchet Face from, was it Crybaby? Some of y'all might be too young for that, but the Crybaby with Johnny Depp, the young fine Johnny Depp, was it Crybaby? Hatchet Face. Now, I'm not saying that's what she looks like, but the way everybody in that movie kind of knows that Hatchet Face has a hatchet face, but they love her because she's like one of the coolest, the most down to earth of all of them in the movie, the most ride or die, but she also has, the hatchet face. And that's what I feel like people are treating Tiny as. For those of you who are who know what Hatchet Face is in the context of Hatchet Face in the Crybaby movie, then Whitney like, Lord, she just she just brought up Hatchet Face. This live finna be fire. Whitney, you must know what I'm talking about. Everybody loved Hatchet Face, but she was called that for a reason. In the face, Samara, in the face, yes. But she was the coolest and the realest. And she had a man. Listen, and she had a man and he loved her down. Let me show y'all Hatchet Face. Y'all gotta know the movie though to understand why I said they treating Tiny like the Hatchet Face. Because everybody loved Hatchet Face. She was the realest bitch in the whole Crybaby movie. But and she had a man who loved her down. And she loved him down, but he loved her even more. But I love Crybaby. Listen, I'm an 80s baby, so I'm about that. I had a crush on Johnny Depp from that movie. Please, Mr. Jailer, let my man go free. Whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all gotta know the movie to get that reference right there. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Oh! Okay, I'm gonna show y'all Hatchet Face. But she was the realest bitch in the movie. Now, let me say this before y'all judge her. She was the realest bitch in the movie. Okay? Hold on. Don't come for her, though, because everybody loved Hatchet Face. So, that's literally her in the movie. Okay? Come for her if you want to, because she was a bad bitch. But that's Hatchet Face. But when I tell you, I don't think she had one op in the whole movie. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And her man love her down. Her man love her. I'm talking about loved her. Oh, this them right here. Oh, this is somebody TikTok, so I don't know if I could. Yeah, but anyways, y'all got to get into the head. Stop it, sissy. See, no, I was just saying because that's how everybody treat Tiny. Like she the realest one. She got a man who love her down. But everybody was like, hey now, you crossed the line coming for Tiny. And she is not ugly. And 50 Cent just sat back like, I didn't say that. Who said that? Anyway, so I'm going to start with Tiny. And then I'm going to go on to see how Solange feels. Actually, I'm going to start with 50 Cent. Then I'm going to look into Tiny, how she feels about him, Solange and her altar, and if that altar picture was for or video was for 50 Cent and Miss Tina. Cause I know behind the scenes, after he clapped back at her with her picture, even if he took it down, I don't think they let too much slide. I don't think because Miss Tina is a privileged Creole light-skinned lady from the South, so she used to being treated a certain kind of way. She actually demands it. Okay. And since she got so much power behind her and her offspring, in my opinion, she probably be like, so Jay-Z, you just gonna let that nigga? What kind of man are you? Weak. Weak. My daughter, I knew she should have left you a long time ago. You just gonna let him get away with this? Weak. That's what she gives me. What kind of man are you? Jay-Z. Oh, you supposed to be a god. Jehovah. And you just gonna let him walk with both legs? After he disrespected me, you gonna let him keep his legs? I got worse hitters than that, sugar. That's how I feel like Miss Tina gives. My hitters, is more ready than yours. So what you gonna do, Sean? Defend? You gonna defend my honor, Sean? Beyonce, pack your bag. Yes, ma'am. Then Jay-Z be like, God damn, Tina, fine. She be like, huh? I said, yes, ma'am. Oh, okay. Beyonce, put your bag down. Yes, ma'am. I'm just kidding. That's just how the movie works in my mind. So let's start with Big 50. It's 50, aka Ferrari F50. Check it out. I got a lot of living to do before I die, and I ain't got time to waste. Let's get it. You say you a gangster, but you never cop nothing. You say you a gangster, but you never shot nothing. You pull in a dealership, but you never cop nothing. You been hustling a long time, and you ain't okay, cause you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't no kin of mine. When he first came out, he was a ventriloquist. What makes you think that I'm gonna run up on you with the nine? I do this every time. Watch on with every nine. I curse on with the time. You know they can't shine if I'm on the runs. I was like, God damn, that nigga got skills. He's a ventriloquist. Man, where's the honey? Let the eyes talking I can't see. I'm trying to be what this was him. And niggas trying to take my life away. I put up and you with me. It's blood in my eyes talking I can't see. Better watch what you many men. Many men. I said, God damn it. A ventriloquist rapper that got shot, not just what else can y'all hit us with? What else is out there? I've seen everything now. All right. Let me cleanse my hands for y'all many men run up on me. I don't want no smoke now. Just because I'm kikiing about 50 Cent, Miss Tina, and the Creole crew, I don't want no smoke with my cousin sisters. Don't forget, we cousin sisters. We family. I'm the only one that can call y'all out like this because I ain't gonna never do too much on my cousin sisters. I ain't. I've seen y'all and what in y'all works. I know thy works. Okay? I know thy works. I never come against my fellow daughter of Isis, sister of Isis. I never do. Just the imposters. All right, Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to contract the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Curtis, 50 goddamn cent Jackson. Heavy on the goddamn cent Jackson. Spirit, please allow me to contract the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Curtis, 50 goddamn cent Jackson. 50 Cent, talk to me about your current beef situation. I think I just read you recently about as it regarded to Netflix and maybe something else because maybe I wasn't even reading you, but you came up and I was saying Netflix is gonna, you got a situation with them. The sky's the limit with what you guys are going to be creating over there. They're the new stars for you. So 50 Cent, talk to me though about the beef that you currently have going on with several people. On the left, you've got the Harris family hailing all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. That's the crowd. And on the right, you have the Knowles Carter Combo family hailing all the way from both the North in Brooklyn and Houston, Texas. Beyonce, Beyonce. So 50 Cent, talk to me about what you got going on. You got a lot of beef going on. Was that intentional? Is that to get everybody all hyped up so that you can shove something in our faces? Hmm? Are you working on a Jay-Z documentary? Are you working on a hip hop gatekeeper documentary about all of them ninjas? Are you working on a documentary about the Rock Nation brunches and everybody who went there? I don't know, but that would be cute. That would be cute. Mhm. I mean, if you're gonna tell it and tell it all, that would be cute. That would be petty. A whole documentary on the Rock Nation brunches and then a deep dive on everybody that went and why it was such a meetup for them. I would if I was a petty 50 Cent, but I'm not. So 50 Cent, talk to me about all of these beefs with these many women and men and children, grandparents, children. You got King and the Harris children over here dragging you for Phil, telling up you to dig up your dead mama. Why would they say that? And why would everybody co-sign that when y'all crucified Nicki Minaj over saying that somebody else lied on their dead mama? But when King told 50 Cent, who y'all don't like or love the slightest little bit these days, to dig her up, didn't say somebody told a lie on her. They said dig her up, and y'all was like, ah. And I was like, wait a second. What? I'm just mind my business, child. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Let me drink my water because my blood pressure high today, and I ain't got time for that bullshit. I ain't got time for none of that bullshit. But here I am having time for the bullshit. It's just people just be selective. They just go where the wind blows. I realized that today after seeing three people run red lights. One person almost pull out in front of me for nothing. A fire at the gas station. I said, you know what I'm learning about life today in this shadow period of retrograde is that I don't want to live here with y'all. You all aren't good people. You're not. Y'all just don't care about nothing or nobody else. Everybody is, child. So 50 Cent, talk to me about all the beef. Now that's not me choosing sides. That was just me pointing out a thing because I was like, hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on. I think what they said was more egregious, and sure, it was meant to be. But hey, I guess it is what it is in these streets of celebrity. It just all depends on who got the popular vote. All right, 50 Cent, talk to me about these beefs you have going on with some of everybody right now. Whew. I don't have these retrograde issues. Child, I never do. I never do. Not in a long time. I said this the last retrograde. See, when you have evolved, if you still getting caught up, and I said this before, the last retrograde, because it's such a word. Mercury is the closest planet to the Earth, which is why it's so active and which is why it affects the Earth so much. You can feel the effects of it. Every planet goes retrograde and all of them have an effect, but because Mercury is the closest and it moves the quickest, you guys feel it the most. Technology is thrown off, communication is thrown off, accidents happen, things like that. And it's on a Thursday, the day of fiery, combustive Jupiter. So a fire at a gas station in a Mercury retrograde shadow period on a Thursday of Jupiter. Well, I think Jupiter is retrograde, maybe. Recipe for fire, accidents, close calls to accidents. While I was on my way home from having to leave the house with high blood pressure to take my sister's bag, her kids' soccer bag, the person pulled out in front of me, in front of all traffic, just pulled right out. And then as soon as that happened, and I'm cussing and going off because, baby, the way I be cussing and carrying on behind that wheel when y'all could have fooled, my phone ding. My sister said, I just saw somebody get run over. I think they're going to live, but their leg is messed up, and I'm messed up having to see it. I'm pulled over, hyperventilating. And I was like crazy because somebody just pulled out in front of me. And I saw a fire earlier and had to call 911 and report it at the goddamn gas station. And I saw three people in a 15-minute time span straight run red lights. I'm talking about they wasn't yellowish. They was straight red. And I was like, I don't want to live here with y'all because y'all people aren't safe. Y'all reckless. And I don't want to share a planet with y'all no more. So, Gates, Bill Gates, 1, 2, 3, release it. Whatever you got cooked up in there, release it. Because I'm going to survive. Me and the busted baby, we going to survive. But the rest of y'all, Hunger Games, all of you. How bad you really want to live? Because it seems like not a lot. All right. Now, we're not going to play like he really wasn't coming for her. We knew what, but it was a dog whistle. And like I said, if 50 Cent knew that everybody was going to be like, now come on, she ain't ugly, then he's genius. Because he didn't really have to get his hands dirty and say one word out of her name. He 1, 2, 3 released that picture, and everybody else, she ain't ugly. That's now you're going to hell. Now that's the lowest blow in the whole world. That is the lowest insult to T.I. you could have ever made. 50 Cent, and cancel him. Everybody, it's time for 50 Cent to be canceled. He posted a tiny picture. That is demonic. I would have been sitting back like, fuck him. Y'all feel like that's the worst thing in the world. I'm sorry, but if that was his intent, fucking genius. And it might not have been right, but the brilliance of it all. But I don't want to give him that much credit. So he didn't do it like that. Anyways, 50 Cent, talk to me about all these beefs you have going on. How is it affecting you, if at all? And will it? Will the people be successful at canceling you because you came for Tiny? You done did it now, boy. They let you slide with Tina and Solange. But Tiny, who knew? Who knew that is where the entire industry draw the line? I love that for Tiny, though. I absolutely do. All right. 50 Cent, talk to me. You said you wasn't no wankster. Let's see, because you pulled them pictures of the nose ladies down. Let's see. What's going on with all these beasts? I compel you to speak to me from your spirit and your soul's truth, keeping absolutely nothing hidden from me, Curtis. 50 goddamn Cent Jackson. I think 50 Cent feels like he might have gone too far. The problem is his kid, T.I.'s kids got involved. So while I do think he reeled it in, just like he took those pictures down of the nose, and he didn't go in on Tiny like he could have, but he just set it there and let the universe do its work, let social media do its work. I think he wasn't going to entertain it, but he feels like the kids getting involved is a little bit weird. I don't think he likes that because I feel like the kids can say what they want, but if he treated them like they treating him, then he's going to continue to be the bad guy. It doesn't matter what they say. They can say the most disgusting things to him, which they have been, all because he posted a picture of Tiny. And they've been allowed to say the most disgusting things. Now, if he fires back at them like they grown, even though they are, because both of them got kids, Zanique and King got kids. If he treat them like they on the same level, then you know T.I. is going to expeditiously resort back to TIP, and Tiny gonna resort back to being the Bonnie, and the whole ATL gonna wanna tie up their shirts in the back and twist their way on up to New York. And so I think that's the issue, is that he just posted her picture. He didn't say, look at your ugly dog, pig, muppet, all the stuff that I've heard the general public call her on social media. hmm The things that I've only heard said about her on social media. He didn't say any of those things. The things that I've heard other people say. You know, the Miss Piggy jokes, those came from social media. Some of the worst pictures and memes that I've seen of her are memes, social media. But all of a sudden, everybody wants to defend her honor. I imagine some of the same people who used to undefend her honor when it was cute to do so. But if 50 Cent were to respond and like to those kids who ain't kids, those grown adults, those parents, I guarantee you nobody would be like, well, everybody would be like, nah, 50 Cent deserved it. I mean, but he just posted a picture. Social media did the rest. To be honest, he came at Diddy's sons, I think. They grown, and some of them had allegations on them, just like they dad. I don't know if he ever came at the girls, but those boys had allegations on them too. You know, the Combs boys, at least one of them, he was Diddy bopping in the video. And to be honest, one of those Combs boys, the entire trial, in my opinion, he acted out in poor taste, in poor PR taste. The one that goes with that fine ass girl, that Raven girl, she fine as hell. She is fine as hell. And I don't know what the hell she doing with that little boy, but apparently a lot. But I think some of his behavior during the trial wasn't good for PR. I think it would make I think it personally, it made me just say, boy, y'all, I couldn't be y'all lawyer or y'all crisis management team, because I just, boy, if you don't just knock him upside the head, because you know his mama, she ain't here. But boy, if you don't sit your ass down, put that phone down and sit your sit your ass down. That's what he need. That's what he needs. So I feel like when the kids is outside like that and their parents are grown, you know, I shit. Nevertheless, I think 50 Cent understands that he might gotta tread lightly with them kids, but 50 Cent wanna I don't know if he's going to right now, but he wants to. He has a lot of ammo that he could use against all of them, but I don't know if he gonna cut too deep with the kids. I never said he did nothing, African Flower. Let me dismiss you because you're too emotional. You must have just got in here when I was saying everybody knows what he was inferring with that picture, so we're not going to act like that. She in here foaming at the mouth and salivating at the mouth, coming in all late. He posted that picture. You're just going to say he did nothing? You got to calm down, baby. I didn't say that. I actually said the opposite. I said, we know good and goddamn what he meant by posting that picture, but everybody else actually took it there. Oh, this is the wrong place to be for people crying. And it's a lot of psychics or people that y'all feel like do what I do on YouTube. Please, please. I knew I should have stuck with my first mind and did the Jedi mind trick because I was going to wrap my real message up in this 50 Cent thing. And I actually was going to make y'all think I was going to do it. Well, make the federales think I was going to do it so they didn't interrupt my live before I can get into it. I was going to treat it just like I was going to read 50 Cent and then at the last minute be like, psych, actually, I really came here because I didn't want them to disturb my live. I should have stuck to my first mind because you hoes is emotional today. Oh, what is in the water? Past position. 50 Cent acquired quite a few lucrative business deals that position himself, and I'll say, in a place where he feels like he can say what he wants to certain people. I don't think it's a black or white thing. I think it's a power thing. Who he deems to be valuable. Those are the people that I feel like 50 Cent won't cross any lines with. The people who he does not see as valuable in any way or can contribute or harm his positioning with the people that he's positioned himself with, then you're all fair for him. So, in my opinion, there are people that he won't go there with. And if he goes there with somebody, take it as an indicator, in my opinion, that he just don't see you as valuable enough to not cross that line with you because you can't hinder or help the situation he's gotten himself into with who, the deals that he signed. He's not even in music anymore. Most of the time, the people who he goes at it with are people in music. He's in entertainment, movies, TV, things like that. So he will talk trash about people in the adjacent industry. He don't talk bad about Chelsea, and he won't. Because some of these positions and connections he got through her. 50 Cent is not a rapper anymore. I don't think he ever cared. And in fact, I think he probably wanted to humiliate T.I. with this, even by agreeing to it and then clowning him. Because it's almost like, Nick, you need to defeat me in a rap battle. You need that. You the one got music you want to drop and promote right now. T.I. just came out with a new song. So yes, T.I. is still active in rap. 50 Cent been how many series or installments of the Power universe he's had? He been gone. And I feel like he does not see any value or power or real reason to respect the people in music. So he says what he wants to because they not the crowd that he's in right now that's buttering his bread or that can unbutter it. Star for 50 Cent, so he might be getting ready to drop something. Does he still have a deal with Stars? Is he currently working on a show? Somebody said music not yeah, music isn't lucrative anymore. I don't know, child. Child. Who is doing music today? Think about it. Who doing music like that? Oh, Power Origins he's dropping. Because I was going to say, this feels like something that he had or created when he was still with Stars. Okay. Is it dropping on Stars? Because then that would be something he's getting ready to release. And it feels like it has something to do with the Power universe. If you say Tommy, I can see Tommy. Eminem? This could be Eminem. Okay. All right. So he's got something coming up, which is probably the only reason he engaged T.I. Because I was thinking he has to have something coming out too to even agree to do a little PR stunt with T.I., which T.I. said he did. But it was supposed to be promoted to promote their rap battle. But then 50 Cent decided not to do the rap battle, but to still do the beef. He doesn't care about rap. T.I. cares about rap because T.I. is still a rapper. They both were wanted to use, drum up some publicity. They both have projects. It's just 50 Cent pulled a Jedi mind trick on T.I., actually. He's still working with Stars? Okay. I think he has something coming out on Stars. Okay, something. It's one of them. Crowning 50 Cent is the Wheel of Fortune. This tells me, I was going to say, 50 Cent has taken a lot of his destiny into his own hands. The thing about the Wheel of Fortune that a lot of traditionalists in tarot seem to think is that it's the wheel of fate. So it means good luck or bad luck, which means it's out of your control. This is the card of fate. However, it's a wheel. You have the ability to turn the wheel in one direction or the other. Meaning, yes, we all have fated events in our lives, but our actions influence those and affect those. Our actions or our lack of actions. So if you're not actively putting yourselves in positions to excel and succeed, then you are at the fate of everybody else doing so. So that would be the Wheel of Fortune in reverse to you. This tells me that 50 Cent was very, very strategic with positioning himself in the middle of gatekeepers that were higher than music industry gatekeepers. In the industry that he's in, the sky is the limit, not so much in music. So, in my opinion, 50 Cent is great at networking. That's probably his strongest suit. Better than being petty and reading or shading a bitch down, networking seems to be his strongest suit. Because this tells me he was very strategic with his relationships in order to get himself in the right places with the right people. Hence his relationship with Chelsea. And he'll never burn that bridge because if he burns it with her, she'll take that same flame and then set it with all the other bridges that she helped him build. Tower moment. The music industry is on shaky grounds, and 50 Cent saw this a long time ago, which is why he pivoted. This also talks to me about the plan, the plot that they had. T.I. and 50 Cent, per T.I.'s words, they were supposed to do a battle. 50 Cent agreed, and maybe, just maybe, they were going to do a little 1-2 online to get everybody hype. T.I., though, got tricked because 50 Cent did the whole little online beef situation, but it got real for T.I. when 50 Cent said, nigga, fuck your rap battle. Holding out your hand to shake on it. And 50 Cent said, psych, nigga, fuck your rap battle, nigga. That's what this is. And so now it really is beef from T.I. because it's like, bruh, you just tried it. You just tried me. You tried me like a poop. That's what my cousin Brittany used to say. You tried me like a poop. I don't even know what that means, but that's what she used to say it. A true Broward Lauderdale gangster. You tried me like a poop. T.I., the problem is you should have never believed 50 Cent. 50 Cent is actually easy to read. He likes power. He does. It's not just the name of his shows, it's what he bases his life off of. Power. Which is why he created a whole show around it. Literally helping the general public who is a fan of that show harvest or help him grow power. That's how I know he has Jews with him, because that's a form of magic, practical magic. Not the whole tricks and chicken heads and stuff, but no, this is magic. 50 Cent learned a thing or two about how power and wealth is acquired and maintained. Now, rather, he knew what creating a show around what he wanted to manifest for himself was going to do. But those people that he was in business with, those Jewish people in TV that he's in business with, they do. They do. So you create the show power because that's what he's after. It's almost going to the devil to make a deal with the devil, and the devil says, "What do you want?" And you say power. Not going to ask for money because you can get money and then lose it tomorrow. Power, though, the ability to create whatever it is I want, money, wealth, whatever. Power can help you do that. And then the devil says, "Okay, I'll do it for you. All you got to do is this: make a show. This is the idea of the show. This is what you call the show. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then you have the power universe. And what do you guys have? 50 Cent becoming more powerful and wealthy. That's magic. But y'all ain't hear that from me because I don't know nothing. Strength in reverse. 50 Cent is a bully. He's absolutely a bully. But because this is in his current action and advice position, why are y'all acting like 50 Cent don't know that he's a bully? That's called power. Because you guys are bothered, not you guys, but the general public is bothered, seething. The Harris family seething, the public seething. 50 Cent not. That's called power. I know you guys might not like to hear it, but that's what the fuck it is. Which is why I blocked that emotional girl, because you guys are emotionally intelligent enough to understand these things, and she missed out on a gem. She could have learned how power worked if she wasn't so emotionally unstable. You lose power that way. I kept it. I just blocked her. Didn't have to be that way. Didn't have to be that way. Well, that was my moment in silence for that hoe. Anyways, 50 Cent is aware that he's a bully. And I always tell my trolls, I be giving trolls advice too. But because I know that they don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, I drop gems on them knowing that they don't know what the fuck to do with it. Now that's power. Anyways, I be telling them, you cannot troll someone with something that they're not emotionally invested in. I say it all the time, all the time. I even told them how to troll me. Hit me where it hurts. I'm going to tell you. Still ain't caught on. Calling 50 Cent a bully, that's like saying it's Thursday to 50 Cent. Saying 50 Cent you're a bully is the equivalent of saying 50 Cent it's currently Thursday. Each of those statements might get you a response, something like, okay, I know. Might look at you like you crazy. 50 Cent has thrived off of being a bully. And not just being a bully, but a predator. I said this in the last time I read him. He has to be a predator in his lifetime. That's his North Node, is to be a predator. Otherwise, he'll be a prey. He was shot and survived 9 times. So he has his mother unalived at an early age, growing up impoverished and in, not so good circumstances for any young child who deserves a stable upbringing since their parents created them. And so being a prey is always there, available to him if he's not on it. He has to stay a predator. Otherwise, life would consume him. So for 50 Cent, this is who he is. But I've seen his chart. It's who he had to be. It's who he's had to be. Not just his chart, but I've read him. He has to be this way. He has to. Some people exude naturally energy that just doesn't give I get along with other human beings well. Those people have to be predators. If you give, I can't get along with other human beings, and even if it's your fault because you're just super petty and whatever, then you have to be a predator to survive. I agree. A hurt little boy attacking the world. If he does not heal, and it doesn't matter, he has to be a predator at this point, because even if he does heal that inner child, nobody is going to have enough compassion on him to forget the tyrant that he's been. So even if he healed and changed and said, I'm not going to be the bully I was anymore, nobody's going to care. They're not going to let him rehab his image. They're not going to care if he genuinely changed. They're going to still treat him like the old 50 Cent. In that sense, he will be prey then. Exactly. And those are the cards he's dealt. So because he's already made certain choices, his only option now is to be predator. Anything else would make him prey. Even healing. He could heal and should. But then that would mean being vulnerable. And I think it's power and vulnerability, but everybody else doesn't know how to see it. Some people don't know how to get past what it looks like, the projected weakness, or how everyone else projects the image of weakness on you when you're vulnerable. But I'm a contrarian. So while everybody's going that way, I'm going to be inclined to look the opposite direction, because I know there's a thing called herd mentality. And so if I see a bunch of people hurting that way, I'm going to do everything in my power to not. What's over here that's got them so unconcerned with being here? Because that means that's where my power is, and whatever their fear is. And I run right to it. External. None of those women that you came for are a fire sign. 50 Cent, you have a bruja. This is why I wanted to read Solange and Tina. You have a bruja on your ass. And she wanted you to know it. That's why she posted her Yamaya altar down there in New Orleans, baby. It is, Allison, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. If they do, send them to me. I'm vulnerable all the time here. And that's what sometimes I speak to my clients, some of you all. And you guys, when we end in the conversation and wrap it up, and you guys are, telling me, thank you and all of that stuff, you'll say, some of you will say, because you allow yourself to be relatable, or, you inspire because, you know, you might be this, and this, but you still X, Y, and Z. Somebody said it today. And so I never have no choice but to be vulnerable, because I was a victim in my early childhood to so many circumstances. So to survive, I had to find power in poor circumstances. I had to find it. And I did. 50 Cent, you got a witch problem on your hand. And what did I tell y'all, sissy, then? I said, Nikki gonna get hit. She gonna get hit by some woo. It ain't gonna take her down, but she gonna get, did that bitch just, did she just bust my lip? And she did. She did, because she crashed out with Cardi B for a while and found herself the only solace she could find. And in my opinion, Nicki Minaj is still reeling from effects of not just her experience in the industry, but much, 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 much woo done on her. Much woo. And I won't even go into how I know based on what that looks like. But as a woo lady, I know what it looks like. She still ain't completely right. She might not ever be. Not just the woo, but her overall experience in the industry. I've had PTSD as a child, diagnosed with PTSD before I was 12 years old. I know what that does to the psyche, so I'll just say that. 50 Cent, you got a witch problem. I would say call me, but that's my cousin sister, and I tend to not get physically involved in their witch wars. I only report on it. I don't get my hands dirty when my cousin sisters are fighting, so you got a problem. But you supposed to be from Jamaica, Queens, right? So you must know a lady who know a lady. Hopes and fears. There's somebody actually that 50 Cent actually does not care to really stay in this beef. Have you guys noticed that besides Ja Rule and um like besides certain men, 50 Cent will dig online and then he might just leave it alone at that moment. Like the kids, the Harris kids, they want to drag it. I don't know how long they've been going at it, but I'm sure it's been over 24 hours. It's like he'll take his dig and then go on about his business because it seems like he has something to promote. While everybody else is seething, he's preparing to drop something and taking that energy because what? This is power. He's learned. He's learned the tricks. He's learned the tricks. His outcome, money. 10 of Pentacles. It ain't funny, but y'all got to try harder than that. Y'all got to try harder than that to take this man down. I'm serious. Y'all got to jump him. And y'all are jumping him, and it still won't work. He got money and success in his outcome. Success in whatever he's getting ready to premiere in his future. And why? It's because of his past position and his crowning position. He has positioned himself to where these people in the music industry who he's fighting with, to the people who he's positioned himself around or in the midst of, they don't matter. They don't matter to his TV Jewish friends, his business Jewish friends. They feel the same way about these people that 50 Cent does. And he probably gives them a safe place to say all of the things. All of the things they want to say. He probably lets them. Probably co-signs it. And people like that, they'll let you in. He don't even like y'all. So we ain't gotta like y'all around him. And in fact, we can do business with him because he'll push our agendas or not push whatever agendas we don't want pushed. You know, he's not loyal to y'all. He'll be more loyal to whoever pays him. And he will reap the benefits of doing so. So for all the people who might have been bothered by misunderstanding or jumping in late to my conversation like that other lady was, I'm not saying that 50 Cent was not setting Tiny up for the okie doke. I said he set Tiny up for the okie doke and y'all helped. Because you're emotional. You're quick to respond once you're triggered emotionally. So you'll always fall into the Jedi mind trick if you let your emotions get the best of you as your first reaction instead of taking a step back and letting your mind start to work. That should be your first reaction. Step back, strategy, then step forward, and then react. Let's look into the witch wars because I'm about to wrap this up and move on to Tiny and how she feels. I definitely think this is Solange. Don't be surprised if I don't pull a cup after this because she's a Cancer and a woo lady. Page of Swords. Not quite, but she did post a message to him on her page. And in my opinion, Solange is the queen of sending a message without saying a message, just like 50 did. He sent a message about Tiny without saying it by posting a picture. Solange does too. She was doing a whole ritual in her house and let us see it. That was a message, a warning. This is a warning or omen card. Bad news is coming. Here's the cup. 50 Cent is a Cancer, though, isn't he? Either way, this is horrible, though. Him and Solange. 50 Cent Zodiac. Cancer. Him and Solange are Cancers. This is a Cancer war. But this is coming from the witch Cancer, not the man Cancer. And in my opinion, seeing this, 50 Cent got the message. And that's why he took it down. Look. Behind the witch that I said, she posted hers as a message to him that she was getting ready to go to war. And what did he do? This is him taking that shit down. Let me look at that cup because that'll tell me if he's a little bit scared of Solange and her woo. You scared, 50? That's what you scared of? Is that I might just gave y'all his Achilles heel, anybody who needed it. But don't try it too long because he ain't going to stay weak for too long. He going to go find a woo lady who can go toe-to-toe. Hey, one of one. Cancer card. Actually, this isn't Cancer. I think the moon is a Pisces card, but it's the moon, so it's Cancer. Solange. He felt the way about Solange and her altar to Yemaya because she's a daughter of Yemaya, so that's why her altar is blue. He knew why she shared it. It seems that maybe Solange might do business as a woo lady in the industry. So maybe some people go to her for work. This is the Cancer card, though. He might have heard a thing or two about those Creole girls over there, especially Solange, since this is a Cancer card. She seems to be the woo lady of the family. She practices a Creole Louisiana because she's in New Orleans. So I don't know if it's hoodoo outright. I believe she's been to Africa, her and Beyonce, and have gotten fully initiated around the time she cut her hair. And I know that Beyonce was in Nigeria for COVID. Might have been before then. I think they spent some time over there before then, which is why she, would have been able to come out with Black is King and Lemonade because of what she learned over there. So I can tell, because I'm a woo lady, that they're both initiated. And I'm sure everybody in Africa who initiates who be charging Americans thousands of dollars for initiations, put their whole temple on the line for free to initiate them for nothing. Solange might be the industry woo lady. Not everybody's woo lady, but it seems that 50 Cent clocked what she was saying. And he also, it seems that he knows exactly what her message meant. And I honestly don't think he wants that kind of smoke with Solange. Not no woo smoke. He don't want it. I feel like he feels like that's an area that he is not able to compete in. 50 Cent don't do a lot of woo. He does a lot of mind woo, mental woo. This is something that I feel like he knows she's an initiate. So he knows that she knows things. And I don't think that he feels like he is qualified in that area to go toe to toe. It's all fun and games when they use in mind and words and wit and words. But that spirituality stuff, I don't think he wants to do that. So even if she does witch him though, 50 Cent gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right because he's got the resources to survive. All right. And I don't know if she's gonna go through with it because he pulled back. So she would take that as a sign of him not wanting no smoke. And she would then stand down, maybe. You must didn't see the outcome, Allison. He had the 10 of Pentacles in his outline. 50 Cent isn't getting canceled. I'm telling you how power works. He's not going to get canceled because all of his friends see the power he has over everybody to make everybody seethe, even legends in the game. No, he's good for business. He has too much influence, too much power to make people feel a way. And if you are in TV or in the business of media, sending messages vis-a-vis the media, then somebody like 50 Cent is who you pay top dollar for because he got mind control over people's emotions and feelings. And the powers that be are always influencing you to buy. Again, if any of you guys are in corporate, who gets the biggest budget? Which department? Marketing. I worked in HR. So our job is, we don't get no budget for what? Our job is to try to save the company money. Our job is to cut corners so that the marketing department and why though? A lot of money, doesn't matter what business you're in, a service industry, whether you sell products or whether you sell a service, whether you sell an idea, you need to sell it, right? So the big question is, how do I get people to buy what I'm trying to sell, even if they otherwise might not think they want to? I'm in real estate. That is a part of our curriculum in sales. How to make you think that you need whatever it is that I have to offer, or make you feel like you're missing out if you don't have it. So this just flipped up. 50 Cent is exactly who they need because he has the power to make everybody see the industry, the people. And they're like, look, we pay millions of dollars in psychology for our marketing team to help understand the psychology of people so that we can continue to drive consumerism. In an uproar. And who is the biggest audience of his entertainment? The black market. So the same market that they are marketing to is the same market that they now have visible, tangible evidence that he got mind control over. Plus a proven track record of y'all still having these complaints about 50 Cent because his behavior is not new. But look at the success of his TV shows. Look at the success of his Diddy documentary, despite the people who didn't think that he should have done it. the numbers don't lie. No matter what the people say out of their mouths, psychology says you'll do what you're told when you have subconscious prompts to do something, meaning you don't know until you do now. All right, so Tiny, I'm gonna rush through her because I'm anxious to get to Solange, and I'm not even gonna do Tina. I'll do Solange, and then I want to get to Mark. Why is she gonna talk about Mark Rubio? Oh, you guys just wait. The Black delegation, you'll want to hear that, and those who are for justice for all humanity, you'll want to hear that too. Let me get 50 Cent off my hands before I read Tiny, because she's a Cancer. I don't know if she's crying, but 50 Cent, T.I. released that diss to 50 Cent, and him and his family, Tiny, the kids and stuff, they were all at this table at a restaurant eating. And I could tell like it was a last minute thrown together video to go with the song. But Tiny around the eyes, oh, Samara, then you know where I'm going with this. She looked very sad or tired in the face now. Okay, she looked tired or sad in the face. I'll say that. So let's see. Most High, all these Cancers. 50 Cent a Cancer, Solange a Cancer, Tiny's a Cancer. What in the crustacean, crusty crab is going on? What in the lump crab cake? What in the blue crab? What in the crab boil? What in the snow crab leg? What in the crab salad is going on here? What in the Maryland, Maine crab cake is this? Ooh, what in the boudin balls is going on down in the Cancer land? My goodness. Ooh. Ooh. See, you guys, one of one just did it. For those of you guys who've been here, remember when I was talking about the hatchet face syndrome? And one of one said, I feel for Tiny. She seems sweet. See, I told you guys, it's the hatchet face syndrome. I'm telling you. Listen, go watch Cry Baby and see why I call it that. Because I'm not going to go through that again. And I'm not saying she looks like that, but it came to mind because it's like everybody loves Tiny. Everybody loved Hatchet Face. She was the loyal, down-to-earth one that was a friend to everybody, a true friend. And Hatchet Face was that same way. And her man loved her. Tiny man loved her. But they're not known, or they have been known to be picked at. The lady in the movie's name is Hatchet Face. Now, one person did come for her. Somebody that, like, I think it was the officers when they was fighting the officers. It might have been one of the officers who said something about her. Maybe when they was in the court scene, and maybe somebody did say something, and she cried. She was like, "Wait, what?" And her man was kind of like, "Nah, babe, you fine as fuck." She was like, "What?" For those of you all who, never mind. If you're not an 80s baby, go this weekend for homework. Go watch Cry Baby, because Hatchet Face is one of my favorites because of her character. That people have been treating Tiny like the Hatchet Face because he posted that picture and didn't say anything about what she looks like. But everybody who's so used to Tiny being picked at for her face, they kind of did it. They was just, we know what he was inferring. But that's why I keep saying he set her up. And he let everyone else do the dirty work because he knew what he was inferring by posting the picture of her, a very unflattering picture. But everybody else was like, now hold on. Now you taking it to hellish levels. You ain't have to insult T.I. like that. I was like, I was like, people, don't defend this. Not saying you shouldn't defend Tiny, but don't do it like this. Defend her in private, but don't say anything. Just ignore it and act like it never happened, because he would have let it go too. But y'all was like, this is the worst thing you've ever said in the world. And I was like, wow, because he's done and said some pretty shitty things. Has Tierra paid that man yet? Tierra Marie? No, I think that was way worse than posting Tiny's picture the way he treated Tierra Marie. The fact that she still owes him a debt, and if he wanted to, he could probably garnish whatever her wages are, is insidious to me. But you guys said him posting that picture of Tiny shows more about you guys' state of mind to me than his. Because we know what kind of beast he is. But you guys acting like this is the worst thing he's ever said or done, when I can remember quite a few things. Shooting the bag to Rick Ross's baby mama and giving her a platform of fur and all kind of stuff. Listen, you come shoot my baby mama a bag, my baby mama who hate me, and you give her a bag, get her hair done, give her a mink and a platform to talk her shit against me. Listen, how about taking Big Meech's son under his wing and then using him as a pawn when Big Meech mouth got too spicy? Cut the plug on the whole family. Now ain't nobody over there making money on. That wasn't pettier to y'all? That wasn't hellish levels? Y'all don't know war. Y'all don't know Sparta. Biggie said the whole escape was ugly. No, I'm not bringing that up to say that Tiny should be treated that way. But I'm saying you guys are not innocent, because there has been, since Tiny has been out, and most recently in the social